Neopubco Studios in Oklahoma City. This is an OU update with Jason Kersey. I'm Jenny Carlson. Jason, we thought we had the quarterback question all figured out at OU. Apparently not. What's the latest with the quarterback situation?
Well, the latest is that Blake Bell is the starting quarterback, at least for now. I think this is what we all thought was going to happen originally anyway. I don't think that anybody foresaw it coming quite like this, where Trevor Knight struggles, gets injured, and is going to have to be out. But for now, Blake Bell is going to start on Saturday against Tulsa, and I would imagine he is the starter for the foreseeable future.
Knight gets injured in that game on Saturday night and comes out. Bob Stoops talked about replacing Knight. Sounds like he was going to head a different direction regardless of what happened with Knight's injury.
So when we made the switch, it was more just, I just didn't, regardless of what reasonings, it was, things just weren't going as well as we felt they should have. So we wanted to give Blake an opportunity. And with Trevor now being out a week or two, it's possible he'll be back in the off week. So we're starting Blake here this week, and Kendall is released to practice and full go, and will be set to play also. So he'll be getting snaps today.
Well, Jason, Bob Stoops mentions that they just needed to go in a different direction. But is there a chance that Trevor Knight's injury could have been impacting the way he was playing there in the second half?
Yeah, I think definitely. One of the things that I thought was the most interesting during the third quarter, before we even knew really that there was a problem, they weren't dialing up any of their read options anymore. And I noticed that during the game, but you didn't really know why. Now we do. They weren't calling those plays because his knee was injured. Yeah. So I do think that it had to have impacted his play to some degree. But on the other hand, he was not passing the ball well. He wasn't passing it well in the first half of that game, and he didn't pass it all that well in the season opener against Louisiana Monroe. So it's not like this couldn't have happened without the injury.
One last thing with Kendall Thompson, as Bob mentioned, coming back, but he was obviously injured in practice. Now Knight gets hurt in a game. Is this a new reality that if you're going to have mobile quarterbacks, you might have injuries like this?
Yeah, I think you definitely have to get used to things like that. I mean, we saw it last year in the NFL with Robert Griffin. These read option, these mobile quarterbacks in these offenses are at a much higher risk of being injured. And you sort of have to be ready for that, and they are with a guy like Blake Bell as your backup. That's obviously helpful, a guy that you have faith in, but you do have to be prepared for those things.
Definitely. Thanks, Jason. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.